Hello, guys. It's Will Lissil here from the UK. I'm in the region of Yorkshire, and we are talking today with a member of a very nice independent band, and it's about pop rock and also about love songs. We have to explore that because this is very interesting because we are mixing here different styles of music, different subgenres of rock, and what I feel that's the most important is discovering new music. So I will invite everyone to explore his portfolio. I'm gonna explore his portfolio on Spotify with him and also play some video here and talk about how he's building his music career. So let's talk about Tenderhooks from the UK right now. Let us know where you are and who you are, just a little bit.
We're down in the sunny south coast of England in the wonderful Brighton. One band member lives along in Worthing, and another one lives even a bit further along than that. And Charlie, who's just joined the band, lives just down the road from me. So we're more or less Brighton based. And this is where we do mostly our live performances, and also where we record our music.
Great, Marcus. It's Marcus, right?
Marcus, yeah.
Marcus. Um, um, how you are mixing the subgenres of rock? Am I say right? Like when I say pop rock and some love songs, is it right?
Yeah, we have 9 albums, and now we have 4 singles released and a Christmas song. So
Wait. 9 albums?
yeah, we have 9 albums. We've got over 100 songs on Spotify. Will
Jesus Christ, that's amazing,
your
guys.
listeners? Yeah, they can spend
Sorry,
weeks.
sorry to interrupt you, but I have to say that when you have a huge portfolio like that, I'm gonna invite you to go to YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and Bandcamp. I'm gonna say the names here, okay? The handle, so you don't get lost. YouTube, Tenderhooks Band. Spotify, Tenderhooks. There is some other bands with the same name, but you go Tenderhooks with the Marco's face on the background. He's also wearing a cap, a red cap.
Red cap
Yeah.
covering up the bald head.
Facebook, Tenderhooks. Instagram, Tenderhooks Band. X, Tenderhooks for you. TikTok, Hooks109. And Bandcamp, Tenderhooks. If you go to Spotify, don't forget not only following the band, but also place their songs on your playlists, on your personal playlists. That's the most important to support any independent artist. And Marcos is not different. It's a band with more members. They are 4 members, and they need your support. So go to his social networks, follow them, and place his songs on your personal playlist. And as I said, it's more than 100 songs, guys. So you have a lot to do and keep listening on repeat, please. So, Marcus, keep going about the music. Hey, Jesus Christ, that's amazing.
That is my personal collection. Obviously, we're the wrong way around because we're selfieing it. But yeah, 9 albums, Will. There's a lot of music.
9 albums. So we are talking about a next release that's going to be just one single, right?
Yeah.
It's not a full album for
No,
now.
we did that with the last album, 5.4 Light Years, in the sense that when we record, we tend to record in batches of 3 or 4 songs. So when a song is ready for me to then release that as a single I have most probably 100 radio stations plus playing Tenderhooks around the world. They're all indie stations, but they love our stuff and they play our stuff. So releasing singles also gives me the opportunity to pitch that single to the Spotify curators, which would be a great avenue of getting more listeners. Unfortunately, so far, they haven't taken one of our songs. But the nice thing is that if I release a song every 4 to 6 weeks, I can pitch that song to radio stations. I can pitch it on our social media, also to Spotify, and then I can make a music video if I feel that way inclined, or we do. And then we released the album like we did 5.4 Light Years in November, or end of October, November. And then the cycle starts again. We record songs and release them as singles. So we're now releasing our 5th single from the 10th album, which would be Palace Pier. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. It's really impressive because, with the music globalization, with the streaming services, we can reach. When I say we, I include myself because I'm also a music producer.
Oh,
So
right.
we can reach a different audience that normally we are not expecting. For example, you in the UK can reach a new audience in Brazil. For example, there is a huge pop rock audience just ready for you. They just need to see you. How are you making the promotion behind the band? Are you doing that yourself? You have a team? How it works?
I love to get creative. I make my own music videos. We have spent a lot of money. If the listeners would like to see the very first YouTube music video, it's called Brighton is Falling. And we spent some money. I'm also an actor. So in the beginning, I had a sequence of me walking from the station down to the venue, where I walk into the venue, into the room, and there are audience waiting, and then we perform the song. So it's really entertaining. My idea was to, in front of every music video, create a little dramatized section, a little soap opera about Brighton and the music. And I did that for 3 of the I did that for 3, but the first one was incredibly expensive. So I then did them myself, and you can see the quality is still very, very good, but with a proper camera crew, a director, someone who's dressing the sets and everything, you can spend money on filming. It would be great if we had the bigger success. Then I would go, oh, I could do all sorts of wonderful things. So we try. If you look on our YouTube, I also use green screen. If you look at the 5.4 Light Years music video, it's very funky. There's spaceships flying around. There's about 6 of me dancing. So you have to go and check that out. Obviously, it's a great tune as well.
Marcos, it's like that. I'm very curious. When you say you have to check out, we are going right now because I cannot wait for that. Sorry.
Go on, check it out, buddy. Check it
wasn't
out.
your intention. Now you have to get it. So
check it out. There
I'm
it is.
right there.
There. Check it out.
Let's do it.
Taking some time to load up. It's weird, isn't it?
I hope it's not my internet.
Maybe it's definitely not having it, is it? This can't be my internet.
No, it's I think it's my internet probably. Let's check another one just to see if it works. Oh, no. God.
Oh, we might have to come back to that. Oh, what a shame.
Okay, let's check then. We will just wait to load this video. We are going to your Spotify then for now. Yeah. Let's try this one. Is it correct? Your Spotify?
That's our Spotify, exactly.
Great. Yeah. Can you just tell me the names of the other members?
On the man with the beard and the grey t-shirt, that's Mike Phillips. He's our bass player. He's the longest member in the band, although the guy with the black shirt sitting between me and Mike is Andy Cook. He's our drummer. Funnily enough, when I first moved to Brighton in the 2000, I formed a band, and he was my drummer. And he came back about a year and a half ago into the band, which is an amazing thing. He's a brilliant drummer. It's great to have him. And then Charles is sitting on the other side of me. He is the rhythm guitarist. That's the man. And he has got a fab voice. He's also a great producer and engineer. He's got all the top stuff. He's got a fantastic voice, as you'll hear on Palace Pier. And if some of the listeners may have heard Big Brother, which was our last release. He's also singing on that. So that's the good old boys.
Right. Okay. Very nice. And I can see that um, you have a very young spirit, all of you. And what I like about it is that you bring a kind of old school pop rock to the modern era from the digital music industry. But what I would love to watch is a live performance. Uh yeah, because I know today's everything's digital, but how can I do to watch you live?
Well, we're playing on Saturday in Brighton at the Bee's Mouth. It'll be rough and ready. It's in a basement cellar, very small. There's two other bands playing. We'll be playing an hour's worth of our music. If anybody's in Brighton, then this isn't obviously going out live, and it may not go out before then, but that's a gig. We try and get local gigs as much as we can. We try and get festivals, but without a manager, without a record company, without a publishing deal, without all the contacts that you need to have, it's very, very difficult getting onto any festivals and stuff like that. There's a myriad, thousands of bands out there, and they all want a piece of that pie. You know.
Yeah, I personally prefer the small venues. And when I say small venues, I say pubs or festival with not very much numbers, you know. Why? Why? And I'm talking about something personal because I prefer with less audience, less people than those big festivals. Because then I want to watch close to the band and see the details about the performance, etc.
Yeah.
And nowadays, after the pandemic, most of people prefer the small venues too. I can tell you,
Well,
exactly because of coronavirus and things like that. Everyone prefers the small venues. So you are in the right path. Don't
I
worry about it.
yeah, I'm ready for the big stage. We have released a single called "Where Are My Fans," which is a kind of hip hop. Me crying out, going, I sang a song and nobody knew it. Maybe I should have just played the Who,
All
and
right. Is
somebody
it on YouTube
backstage had
too?
a beer. My biggest problem in England is covers bands and tribute acts, and
Oh, okay.
our venues, pubs mainly, and small music clubs, uh, they cater for people that go in and have a drink. And if the landlord books you, obviously, if there's money involved, he wants to make money by selling his beer
Like Full
and his
House.
drinks. Now, if we don't bring a following and the people in the pub don't particularly like what they're hearing, then it's a double negative because he's not making any money and his locals are getting upset. And a lot of pubs like that, they much prefer to go safe with a covers band or a tribute act, and then they'll pack the place out. Everyone can get drunk and sing along to Oasis and Beatles and Kinks and God knows whatever they play, and it's a great night. But unfortunately for the likes of us, pure original Tenderhooks, we don't put any covers in at all.
Right. It's the interesting topic because I was thinking about what's holding the bands nowadays, you know, and what you are saying is like based on your personal experience. This is really really important to talk about. And when I mention that, I'm thinking about the adaptation we have to do to the shift in the market and the music industry, the independent music industry. Why not to explore some covers and some originals, like mixing originals and some covers? Are you doing that too?
No, never done that, never will. I'm
Why?
sorry, I'm a purist. It's like asking an artist to paint in another style so people come into his galleries because he's got some fakes or covers of a Rembrandt or a Van Gogh, and he'll put some of his originals in the middle of that.
Oh yeah, but when I say
You're diluting the quality of your artistry by putting. I love other people's music,
yeah,
don't get
yeah.
me wrong, and my music is steeped in me magpieing great riffs, great choruses, chord progressions, lyrical hooks and stuff like that. I listen to stuff and I'll pick and choose and garnish my songs with a lot of that. Or you'll hear a lot of stuff that you go, oh well, that sounds like Elton John, or that sounds like Squeeze, or that sounds like the Kinks, or whatever. But I'm 60 plus, so I do have a lot of history of music. But I've got 9 albums, 100 songs. Would you put covers in there? If you
No, no,
only
no. When I say it's not on albums, because your albums are amazing. You have
no,
9
live,
albums.
live, live.
Yeah, 9 albums. But when I say mixing, is just on live performance, just to try to overcome this problem we have on small venues nowadays, because they depend on the local audience,
Yeah,
to like it too.
I'm
Doesn't work.
no, you see what I do, Will, where what really floats my boat, and I've just done it. I walk into town with my guitar. I take my swimming stuff as well. I go into the Pavilion Gardens in Brighton, has an official busking spot. And if it's free, I will go and stand there with my guitar, just acoustically, my voice and me strumming on a guitar, singing Tenderhook songs. And people often throw me some money. Sometimes they buy a CD. Today I had a group of Spanish students dancing with me. People
Wow.
people taking pictures so they can tag me on Instagram. I do an hour, sometimes an hour and a half of Tenderhooks, my music, and people
Yeah.
love it. Why would I want to do anything else other than what I've written?
All
You know,
right. Okay.
I'm
All
really
right.
stubborn and really hard nosed about that, but I want to be as pure to my creativity as I can and not try and buy an audience, which is what you're doing.
Okay.
You're selling out by putting 5 or 10 covers. You're not putting your 10 songs in there. You're putting somebody else's songs in there. It's not pure
That's
for
great.
me.
That's great. All right. So, and what you have to say about new bands starting now?
Do
If they
that.
don't have an
Do that.
audience, they are still being building an audience. Should
Yeah,
they
no.
explore that or not?
Young bands are going to have an audience that get excited and become fans. My age group, they don't. They listen to Pink Floyd and The Who, and they don't become fans. They've got they've got all their history
Mm.
of music and their nostalgia. Young people who discover a band will become excited by them, and if they have a great night at that gig and there's some dancing and a bit of mosh pit and it kicks off, they're going to want to see that band again. So I say to those bands, if you excite your young audience, don't start selling yourself up down the line with a cover. Put a couple in. If you can't write good enough material, if you're a young band and you've got, say, 10 songs, you're asked to play, an hour, then you've got to think about how you're going to, get that hour filled up. So
I
yeah,
got you. I
you've got to
got
do
you.
that
Because
till you
then,
write enough material, then to be able to, the Beatles started with covers, the Stones started with covers, fair dues, but then they started writing great material. I think every band struggles at the beginning. I had my first album, Devil Rides White Horses. It got a 4.5-star rating on a fantastic website. And I thought, people are just going to go nuts. They're going to buy this album. And then we're going to be able to get a great band together and, play in front of a decent audience. It didn't work out like that, even though I got fantastic, feedback, and they're great songs on that album. Great.
all
Great.
right, that's so good to talk with a person with so much experience in different times of the music industry evolution, because it's so fast, so fast. When it started, the digitalization of the music industry was like that. Everyone needed to adapt to CDs. Everyone needed to adapt to pen drives full of MP3 files, and then everyone on internet, and then we have streaming services. Boom, nobody had time to learn, to adapt. It was like really, really difficult to navigate this transformation. But here we are, and I'm very pleased to be talking to you and learning about your history, about your experience, and also exploring your portfolio. So now We are going to talk about the next release. That's not gonna be an album, but a single. So it's a Palace Pier.
Palace Pier.
It's about Brighton.
It is. It is. It's there is a Palace Pier, and you've not been to Brighton, but you must come. Will we'll go out and have a beer, talk
I
about
had
music.
been in Brighton, but just flying.
Okay.
I was
Well,
I was with a friend. He's a pilot.
oh, okay. Oh, wonderful, from Shoreham or something. Yeah, yeah. But the Palace Pier is a pier, and it's got a fun fair on it. It's got penny arcades on it. It's got restaurants on it, bars. It's just a full-on over the sea entertainment. And my
Okay.
love affair takes place on the Palace Pier with a lady that has a shop and another chap, and they're having a bit of an illicit relationship, and they go on the carousel holding hands and having exchanging a kiss, and they go in the ghost ride and they have a cuddle in there. And then the autumn comes along, and she has to go back. Maybe she's got just a working visa and she has to leave, or she travels back up north or whatever. So the romance comes to an end, and they're hoping that next summer it will kick off again and they can, go back to being in love and not be, away from each other. So yeah, it's a lovely little love song, I think.
Okay,
That's the
and it's gonna be out in a week, right?
It's going to be out on Friday,
On
which
Friday.
is the 8th. I don't know when this is going out, but the 8th of March, so it might already be out when you listen to this. But yes.
Okay, for those watching this interview after March, just go to his social networks, or actually their social networks, because it's a band with 4 members. So you can see in the footer all information about social networks. So YouTube, Tenderhooks Band; Spotify, Tenderhooks; Facebook, Tenderhooks; Instagram, Tenderhooks Band; X, Tenderhooks for you; TikTok, Hooks 109, and Bandcamp, Tenderhooks. Do you have any websites, like a band website?
I No, because it's got social set. Funnily enough, my son is a website builder. I
Oh,
just
what's his name?
Ben. Yeah.
Ben, we need you, Ben. Come on. That needs a website with all the information, Ben. You need to put those social networks, pictures, and all.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. Okay. So
why
that would be
not?
another thing for me to manage.
Actually, let me say something, and now it's my area. Now, the browsers and also the search engines, they work with artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay, and when you are searching uh, pop rock bands from Brighton, you have the chance to be discovered through the searching engines.
Only if you have your own website.
If you have your own website
You
with,
sure?
for example, an article on your website, an article about your next release, and with the keywords uh, um, uh, pop rock band from Brighton, pop rock, or all the influences of your music, the name of those artists, also talking about the lyrics, all the information, the meaning of the lyrics, because people, they search for everything. It's a trick.
After being on this SuperPop program, that's it. We're going to go like that.
Yeah,
I'm going
that's
to
it.
take my
That's
helicopter
it.
up to Hull, and we're going to take you out for lunch.
Great. I'm gonna
We're
go.
going to break Tenderhooks so big in Brazil, in all over the world, that it's going to kick off. You'll
Right.
be our manager.
Right. And I'm going to watch you live in Brighton sometime. I need to organize that because I love your songs. And also, I want to say, can we go to your Spotify now? And besides, the new release is not there already. Can we explore a previous release? Which one you
Absolutely.
should show me? Like
Absolutely.
Big Brother
Big
or
Brother's the last one. We had some fantastic reviews, obviously using Muso, but they wrote some fantastic articles. I had to translate a few of them because they were in Spanish and Portuguese, but we had some great reviews done. Um, Big Brother is, it hasn't even had 1,000 plays. It's had about 950 now. So that's our last single. It's absolutely a cracking, more sort of, have you heard it? It's very difficult to coin. It's quite sort of power pop rock.
Yeah, and you said there is another one that you have mixing hip hop, right?
That's Where Are My Friends? That's
Right.
one. I've also done a music video of that, shot in the lanes in Brighton, and that's on YouTube. Where Are My Fans? Not Where Are My Friends? Where Are My Fans?
Right. Let's listen to Big Brother now. Then we go to YouTube and try again
Okay.
those videos. Great. Let's go.
You're not my loving mother. You don't give me any cover. You're not my little sister. She's cute, you'd never miss her. What you are is my big brother. And I don't mean it in a good way. No, I don't mean it in a good way. No, I don't mean it in a good way. With your eye in the sky and your lens looking on, you wrong, candy camera, what did I do wrong? Spy satellite, your heart a balloon. Get flashed and you'll pay before it's high noon. You're not my guardian angel, smiling as I descend to hell. You're not some kind of savior. I'm yours to controlling behavior. What you are is my big brother. And I don't mean that in a good way. No, I don't mean that in a good way. No, I don't mean that in a good way. With your eye in the sky and your lens looking on, you wrong, candy camera, what did I do wrong? Spy satellite, your heart a balloon. Get flashed and you'll pay before it's high noon. What you are is my big brother. And I don't mean that in a good way. No, I don't mean that in a good way. No, I don't mean that in a good way. With your eye in the sky and your lens looking on, you wrong, kind of camera, what did I do wrong? Spy satellite, your heart a balloon. Get flashed and you'll pay before it's high noon. With your eye in the sky and your lens looking on, you wrong, candy camera, what did I do wrong? Spy satellite, your heart a balloon. Get flashed and you'll pay before it's high noon. Keep you bringing me down. 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 Get flashed and you'll pay before it's high noon.
Wow, 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 wow. What is that? I love it. Wow.
It's a great single, isn't it?
I'm feeling, it's hitting here. I'm feeling the vibe.
Is this
Wow.
is this not going? It's not going out live, is it?
It's
This.
also going live, but we are recording too. It's going
Oh,
to.
okay. Because the quality wasn't so good at my end.
Oh, it's gonna be okay
Yeah.
afterward.
Okay.
But anyway, if those watching had no good quality, go to Spotify, and that's a good opportunity to listen in a very good quality with your best earphone.
Yeah.
And put those songs.
Yeah. I think all our songs are produced up to really good standard. Big Brother is literally about cameras everywhere. Everywhere we go, we get spied on. The government gets spied on by other countries. We get spied on through the internet, on our phones. It's just Big Brother on all
Through the
sorts
mobile phone.
yeah, in all sorts of formats. And that song was triggered by me getting a parking ticket outside of a supermarket. And then about 4 weeks later, I got the ticket and I went, oh my God, I've just parked there again today. The second time I didn't get the ticket because they, for one reason or another, they shut the road off and I parked there and they didn't. So the camera maybe was pointing in the different direction. I nearly got 2 tickets for something that, just quickly for 5 minutes. They're everywhere. It's
That
Big Brother.
that happened. Something strange happened to me as well. I went to the supermarket and I was there for 10 minutes and left. I received a fine. It was 5 hours in the car
Oh,
park. And then I just told them, look, I was in another place buying another supermarket with my debit card, so you can see I wasn't there. They canceled it. But if it wasn't that, I was paying a lot of money for nothing.
So they used or somebody maybe had your number plate. I don't know, but yeah.
No, it's a problem on their camera. They couldn't read when I left after 10 minutes. They read just when I arrived.
Yeah. No, everything's number plate recognition and this and that. Oh my God, facial recognition.
Exactly.
You gotta be good.
Can you imagine an ugly guy like me?
Oh, you're beautiful, mate.
Oh, thank you. You too.
Well, AI will make you beautiful. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, that's true. So let's try those videos from YouTube because
let's see if you've got some more power in the ass.
You said 5.4, right? Light years.
5.4 is where I make my own green screen music video.
Great, I love it.
And then I can show you a music video that was done in a green screen studio that costs quite a lot of money.
Right.
And the difference. But this is what I can do at home and using iMovie, using green screen. It's not kicking off again.
You do everything by yourself? For
real? I love doing stuff like this. It's very creative,
Wow. Okay.
It's not playing, is it?
Green too.
Amazing what you can do. No, that's not.
Oh no! Come on! I need to watch this music video.
That's so weird.
Let's try the other one. What's the name of the other music video?
Oh, there's loads on there. Loads.
You said
try a thinking cap. Go to the videos. And then scroll down. That one there, thinking cap, with me with the sunglasses and the cap on. Up. That one.
This one.
This one. If it's not streaming, then
that worked.
This was done in a green screen studio with a director.
Up the toxic sack, he's listening to some more pop. Oh God, his mind is in a knot. What should he do? Beautiful girls with their trip by, there's not one there for me. He cries, oh, it's just one big lie. You see, it says buy this and you get 3 for free. Things don't come as easy as that. Things don't change in seconds flat. Things don't happen just like that. Put on your thinking cap. see. Isn't time in need of two? He's calling up some girl, it's homo. Come on, son, put down that dog and go. Things don't come as easy as that. Things don't change in seconds flat. Things don't happen just like that. Hold on your thinking cap. Thinking cap. Sergeant Leo, there's a bell. His eyes are shut, he's in a living hell. Slapped his fist down on the clock. Another dream, another shot. Another shot. Another shot. Another shot. What should he do? Things don't come as easy as that. Things don't change in seconds flat. Things don't happen just like that. Hold on your thinking cap. Thinking cap. Thinking cap. Thinking cap.
Wow, that's really, really good, man. Wow.
That's great, isn't it?
Wow. It's strange because I cannot stop here in my chair, you know. I keep dancing. I want to be there.
No, yeah, we put some good beats on. Yeah, no, it's great. Different lineup there. There's Dave on drums, Ben, who's an absolutely brilliant guitarist in the Arab outfit, and then Paul Wheeler, who was the longest member of the band. But during COVID, it kind of all got messy.
Right.
After the Hooks album, if you listen to the Hooks album, Ben plays some absolutely phenomenal guitar. We've got a song that I attributed to Freebird, you know, the Leonard Skinner song. It's called oh God, here we go, Senior Blank. I'll get back to that. And he plays a massively long solo in that song, and it is he was phenomenal. But he was a bit hard work. But with genius, you know, usually you get a little bit of people are a bit eccentric sometimes.
Eccentric. I like it.
1 Million Miles. That's what the song's called. 1 Million Miles. Have a listen to it. If you like guitar work, guys,
great.
Absolutely
Is
amazing.
it on YouTube too?
That's on the Hooks album.
Right.
1 Million Miles is, and I use a very good little Charlie Chaplin, very funny little skit that Charlie Chaplin does, where he is flirting with this girl, and she thinks she's gone to the dentist, and he starts to shine her shoes, and then she points at her mouth and says, I need my tooth done. And he's flirting with her, and I use that as a backdrop because I found out that it's royalty free. A lot of the Charlie Chaplin stuff you can now use in videos. It's royalty free.
Oh, that's amazing. It's after 70 years.
Like
right?
Mickey Mouse, early Mickey Mouse stuff. You can use some of his stuff in music videos, and it's royalty free. So you just have to make sure it's the right Mickey Mouse.
So the copyright limit is like 70 years.
It might be more for, I don't know. Obviously, Chaplin was making the silent films in the early 1920s, maybe before then. Anyway, your wonderful viewers and listeners have got a huge amount of entertaining music videos to watch. I pride myself in trying to make a variety of different stuff, not just band ones, although I'm trying to get the band in to do a very black and white one for Big Brother. And then, of course, we'd love to shoot a music video on the Palace Pier. Potentially with a nice couple that can play the love and then put the band in the background, or you know, on the carousel, or you know, just stick us in amongst the stuff and have this little love story going on. So it wouldn't be an expensive shoot. Obviously, the wonderful thing about music videos is you don't need any sound because you're overdubbing with the single. So from that point of view, you just need to have interesting footage.
And also the freedom of being an independent band, because some people with contracts with big companies, they don't have the freedom to do what they want, or sometimes they lose their identity
I think
artistically.
so. Yeah, yeah.
And in your case, you have a proper identity and you stick to that. So let's see if I can play 5.4 light years.
Yeah, that's so weird. Yeah, but there's no sound. It's going in slow motion. That's weird. Can you hear it? I can't hear it. Here comes the spaceship. You've muted me for some reason. Now you get 5 of me. I haven't got the glasses anymore. There were the glasses.
Tenderhooks, that's amazing. Guys, no, 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 really. If you want to explore the portfolio, obviously you can find them on social networks. You can see this information in the footer, but I'm gonna give you all the handles for YouTube, Tenderhooks Band, Spotify, Tenderhooks, Facebook, Tenderhooks, Instagram, Tenderhooks Band, X, Tenderhooks for you, TikTok, Hooks 109, and Bandcamp Tenderhooks. And Ben, his son, is gonna be he's gonna build a website.
We need fans. So
So
what I did was it's fallen off, but I put green screen over my glasses.
right. So
That's
we are
how I could get. That's how I could get that amazing look. And
like
then
this
also
effect
that
here.
star was also green screen.
This effect here.
Yeah,
And
and
I'll
that
move it.
effect on my star. That was all. That's all it is a piece of green screen. Amazing, isn't it?
Oh, that's interesting. I
Yeah,
want
and
to learn to do that.
then you can just save the video, and then put another one of me over the top. Save that. Put another one on, and then you get like 6 of me dancing.
Wow, wow,
And then
wow,
all
wow.
those
Amazing.
spaceships and those fire bombs that were coming down. I sourced all of that from YouTube because you get
Oh, okay.
green screen stuff effects that you can download and save, and then you just use it. It's great fun.
And what kind of software you use
I'm
to do
using
that?
iMovie on
iMovie. Okay.
on on quite an old desktop. It's not the newest, but that's what I can do with iMovie. You can imagine if you had a really, much more powerful editing suite, you could do incredible stuff.
But what we normally like is what's doing like with improvisation, especially with today the internet, YouTube, etc., and independent musicians. When it's like you are improvising, that's the thing, of doing things. If you do like a super high professional with a huge investment, it's like the mainstream. It's like what everyone is doing. They're
Well,
on the top of the pyramid. So feel proud of yourself, of your.
yeah. No, we're very low budget. We don't have the income to expand on what we could do creatively, which is what I'd love to do. We just, unfortunately, don't really make any money after we've spent so much money on recording our songs really well, and then we have this small budget to be able to promote. Then music videos, that becomes expensive if you want to start spending money. You can spend, but if you, with things like Spotify where you don't get paid anything, I make more money busking than I do with my music online.
Oh yeah, there is this particular detail. Spotify and most streaming services, they are paying like that. It's too small.
Yeah,
The income, the musicians' income on streaming services. We have to get more, for God's
I
sake.
would say to all your lovely listeners, go to Bandcamp. You can stream there. You can be followers there. I would do more on Bandcamp if I had more followers. I just can't seem to get more followers. You get more money for downloads. You can buy full albums. You get more money for that. That is a much more viable way to get bands making money. There's another website I've just signed up to called Stage Dive.
It's a
And
different one. I never heard about that.
I've just uploaded one of our albums there, and they give you 50%.
Wow, that's
Instead of
amazing.
0.00018 or whatever.
Okay.
And on TikTok, you're allowed to put 1 minute of your music on, and then they don't pay royalties. If you put
Oh
on
wow.
more, then they take it off. And now Taylor Swift has taken and stuff, all from Warner Brothers, taken all their music off there because they are not paying. And I can go to CD Baby where I have my distribution. Everything's catalogued. I can be paid. One of my bits of music could be on a TikTok thing that gets seen a few thousand times. Zero.
Wow.
They expect it to be good business for you because people are listening to your music, but it hasn't translated into us getting more people interested in, just even asking, sending us an email saying, "Oh, I really like what I heard there. That's great. I'd like to find out more about the band." It's very tough. It's a limited market.
Do you feel it's a little bit like exploitation of the musicians?
It's funny because when I came very late to the music. Literally, when I moved to Brighton, I started getting serious, and that was in 2000. Then, by the time I'd released the album in 2005, I did a year at BIM songwriting and met Mike, and then we produced this first album together. Then it was MySpace. Do you remember MySpace?
I remember that.
MySpace, Facebook wasn't even a thing then. I wish I had bought some bloody shares in Facebook then.
Yeah.
So I was on MySpace and I attracted a crowd from all over that was what I was seemingly like quite into our music, and then at the end of the day, it didn't develop into more people coming to our gigs or anything like that. In fact, I didn't even have a band then. That was a studio album. Maybe in retrospect, I should have tried to get a band together to play. The first 3 albums were studio albums. I just didn't do it. I had a very young family and needed to make money. Maybe I just felt, after the experience with having a band in the early 2000s, playing in London, again, not getting a big following or any following at all, I thought it's too tough out there with a band, to try and do stuff without a record deal. I wanted to do it the other way, get my music on the internet, get popular on the internet, and then be able to say, I can get a band together and we can come and play this stuff. But it didn't work out that way. Now I have a band, love it, but it's very difficult getting them all together, even for rehearsal, because everyone's got jobs and lives and holidays and things. And then getting gigs, it's very tough. I'd love to have a really, really tight super band playing, I would like to play on bigger stages, obviously perhaps making a bit more money and also with an audience much bigger. So we actually do garnish a few more fans. So, people that enjoy me. But you, for instance, with this platform, are giving us through the internet, are giving us a platform to your people that like coming and listening to this stuff. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this might do a bit.
Right. So let's invite them now. Just you have the chance, because we will finish the interview in some minutes. A message to your new fans, those discovering your music right now.
A message to them?
Yes.
Just get in touch, say, I'm happy to send you some MP3s for free. Just give me you could send me your email, for instance, on any of our platforms, and we send out a monthly newsletter, about releases and stuff like that. Once a month, maybe I do one. And then you'll get a free MP3 and you'll be in touch with us if you want to ask us any questions or whatever. We need engagement. We need people to say, those lyrics were really interesting. What inspired you to write that song? Stuff like that. As an artist, it'd be great to have a little bit more feeling that there were people, like when I'm in the park busking, people stop and say, "Oh, I love that song. That was really great." And then I can talk to them face to face. I have that interaction with people. It's spontaneous. They'll stop and listen. And it's just so beautiful in such a small little nutshell, of music. I'm live, people walking past, people listening. It's so spontaneous. I love it, So
Can we say it's more intimate?
It is, although you're in a big open space. Sometimes you can play in a street or whatever. The park's great because you get a lot of tourists that go to see the pavilion walking through. They will come through the park. So you get more tourists, you get school trips, you get foreign students, you get lovers, you get old people, you get dog walkers, you get poets, you get people. I'm meeting people going for their swim. They come past me every time I play there. So I say hi. Then we have a chat and I get to know who they are. And then, it develops. I'm now narrating poetry for a Bangladeshi poet.
Oh, great.
because his English isn't so great, and I'm an actor, so he writes this wonderful poetry. So I'm narrating, and he's putting it on TikTok. And I met him. He heard me. I met him there, and then I met a guy who had a pub in London. He heard me going, "Where are my fans? Where are my fans?" He heard that song, and he absolutely loved it. So he invited me to go and play in a pub in London, and
That's great.
I got £200 food, drinks, playing in a
Amazing.
pub. It was great, great.
So you want more experiences like that?
Man, I don't need busking experience. I absolutely love playing down there, and I'll do it until I'm too old to get down there to do it. It is just great fun. Great fun.
You never get too old for that, because this is what you love. When you talk about this, your eyes are shining.
Yeah,
So
they are shining. Whereas with a gig, especially when you organize, you have to worry about the band. Are the band going to be on time? Has everybody got their equipment? Is the sound going to be good? Are the other bands going to turn up? Are any people going to turn up? And then at the end of the day, when 5-10 people turn up, you're bitterly disappointed because you've got to put all that work into doing it and trying to get people to come to your gigs. You play your heart out. Where Are Your Fans was written because I played with another band. They brought 15-20 people. We brought about the same. They played first. Everyone left, including the band, but 3 people. So I invited them to come and play, and then they left.
oh my God.
So we had my friends there and about 15 people playing in this wonderful cellar bar in Brighton. I was absolutely gutted. It was the first gig that Charles played, so I wanted him to have a great night. And I wrote Where Are My Fans? Listen to it. I think we're going to do a re-recording of it. It is a bit talky. I think when I do it live, I sing it more. We may do another re-recording of it, but I think it just sums up a little bit some of the frustrations I have, especially AI, covers bands, tribute acts. Everyone gets a mention. But also my EcoJet and playing in the Hollywood Bowl in front of 50,000 fans. Apparently only holds 15. But I sing, I want to play there, and that would be my dream. So yeah, have a listen to that. And the music video is fun because I lip sync as I'm walking through the Brighton lanes, which are very sort of snazzy, bohemian shops and stuff.
So just a tip, go to YouTube, Tenderhooks Band, and try to find Where Is My Fans? Is it right?
Yeah, Where Are My Fans? Yeah. One of the newer ones.
And for everyone watching this interview, go to all social networks. So from Tenderhooks Band, YouTube Tenderhooks Band, Spotify Tenderhooks, Facebook Tenderhooks, Instagram Tenderhooks Band, X Tenderhooks for you, TikTok Hooks 109, and Bandcamp Tenderhooks.
Yeah.
So we have to finish this interview now, but when you have a new release, apart from the next one that's gonna be on 8th of March, right? That's Palace Pier. Yeah. When you have a new one, just come back to us, and we have a new interview just for the new single or new album.
There's so much more to talk about. The next release after Palace Pier is going to be called Mother Said, which is a real upbeat pop rock song. So it's right up your readership and viewership's avenue.
Great. Stay there, because we are going to have just a small video to finish, and I'm going to talk to you again. See you guys. See you next time.